Oh, good morning. Elmira Baptist Church. Today is Thursday, June 22nd, 2023, and we're right in the middle of our Vacation Bible School week, and it's been a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, well managed, well organized, and I thank everyone who has taken part. Some of you have been here every night. Some of you brought snack items and craft items. Some of you prayed, but all of us have been involved with our Vacation Bible School, and it's not too late. You can still come tonight at 6:30, Friday night at 6:30, and join us for both of those. Proverbs 14:27. Proverbs 14:27 is the verse that's on the plaque that's on the fountain next to our patio. It says, "The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death." Speaking of death, Charles de Gaulle said this: "The cemeteries of the world are full of indispensable men." Vacation Bible School is going on. Don't forget to pray, not just for the next 2 nights, but also for the follow-up on Saturday. Our goal is to, in the next few weeks, see these families that have come to Vacation Bible School, but who do not come on Sundays, to come on Sundays and be added to our Sunday school program and to our church as well. So keep praying for that. On Sunday morning, we're going to continue our study on spiritual maturity. You can read Matthew chapter 13, verses 1 to 23, where Jesus tells the parable and explains the parable. We're going to focus on that parable and pray. Ask God to prepare your heart for the message. I've entitled the message, Understanding Spiritual Capacity. Understanding Spiritual Capacity. On Sunday night, you're going to have a chance to see and to hear some of the things the children have learned this week. And I want to ask you to come out and support the children who are part of our Vacation Bible School program. I'm also going to preach a message on salvation that I've entitled, Will You Be at the Wedding? Will You Be at the Wedding? That one is also from a parable in Matthew. It's from Matthew chapter 22, verses 1 through 13. So you can read that as well to prepare for that. But come on out and join us. Our goal is to live stream Sunday school, morning worship, and evening worship, including that VBS wrap-up rally. But you will benefit from being here. And so I encourage you to come out. Are you excited? Are you excited to come and worship the Lord? If you are, join us on Sunday. Here are some other things on the upcoming schedule. Next Tuesday, June 27th, there's some folks that are going to get together to take down the decorations here in the auditorium, which reminds me, by the way, Sunday night is the conclusion of the continuing story that's been happening each week here, or each day here during this week. The story of Alberta and Sir Eldrick and the Duke and the Queen and the Queen's daughter and let's see, what is it? Sir Laughs a Lot, that's what it is. So you want to come on out on Sunday and see the end of that. But because of that, we're going to leave this set up here. And so next Tuesday, we're going to have some folks come and take that stuff down. If you're interested in helping, please see Christy Lynch. On Wednesday, June 28th, we have a missionary who's passing through. I've asked him to present his ministry to us. His name is Brian Frazier. He's on his way to Argentina. And then on Friday, June 30th, 6:20 in the evening, 6:20, the teens are going to meet at Arbor Oaks Park for a youth event. And if it's anything like our Vacation Bible School program, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you have teenagers, please get them there. And again, parents, you are always welcome to stay with your teens and observe what is going on. Sunday, July 2nd, is our Food and Fellowship. It's the combination of June and July's Food and Fellowship. So it'll be on Sunday, July 2nd, and we'll have our time of praise and testimony following the food there. On Saturday, July 8th, we are going to have another men's work day. And this time we're going to paint the outside of this building. So that'll be on Saturday, July 8th in the morning. Pray for cool weather, but not too windy. We want sort of cool, but not windy. It seems to be the cool and windy or hot and not windy. Sunday, July 16th, after evening worship, we'll have our church's quarterly business meeting. And at that meeting on July 16th in the evening, I hope to have some updates about the building. We have some important dates and meetings coming up here in the next few weeks, and those will all be concluded by July 16th, and I should be able to tell you where the project is at. Summer Camp Week is July 17th to the 22nd, and on Saturday, July 15th, is the car wash to raise some money for that. That's Saturday, July 15th is the car wash. Monday, July 17th, I need some folks that will help me drive, or I say help me. If I don't need to be involved, I won't be, but to drive folks up to camp. That's on Monday, July 17th. And then another set of folks, or you could do it twice, to drive up to camp and pick them up on Saturday, July 22nd. So Monday, July 17th, Saturday, July 22nd, need some help with transportation. And I'd like to encourage you to consider donating to the camp fund. You can do that by designating on your offering envelope. The Friday morning ladies Bible study is taking a little break for about a month. They'll meet again on Friday morning, July 21st. And on Monday, July 24th, we'll have a cottage prayer meeting at my house. Come join us as we pray for our meetings with Matt Galvin that are coming up in August. Sunday, July 30th, West Coast Baptist College's Revival Trio will be with us. That's on Sunday, July 30th. They'll be with us in the evening. They're going to sing. Dr. Mark Rasmussen is going to preach to us. You don't want to miss it. He's a great preacher. Additionally, I need 3 rooms. I need a room for a married couple, a room for 2 young men, and a room for 2 young ladies. So I need 3 rooms Sunday night into Monday morning, July 31st. If you're interested, see me. So as you can see, even though Vacation Bible School is over, we have a busy summer ahead of us. I want to look today at Proverbs 14:27. I read it from my notes earlier. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. There next to the church's patio, or as I like to call it, the church's front room, is a plaque with this verse, the first half of this verse on it. Let me remind you what the fear of the Lord is. And I borrowed this definition from Dr. Innes, who has pastored for decades in the city of San Francisco. He defines the fear of the Lord this way. First of all, the fear of the Lord is an absolute certainty that God will ultimately judge and eradicate everything that is evil. Second, the fear of the Lord is an absolute certainty that God will ultimately reward and establish everything that is righteous. And then third, an ultimate submission to God, acknowledging that he determines what is evil and what is righteous. That's the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord motivates us and encourages us to keep God's commandments. And so we can check our fear of the Lord, our submission to his determining what is evil and righteous, our certainty that he will judge what is evil and reward what is righteous by our willingness and our effort to keep his commandments. And what we see is those who keep God's commandments, those who fear the Lord, they experience life and they experience peace. Generally, everybody has trials and tribulations. I'm not saying everything will be fine, but they experience life and peace. Those who do not fear the Lord, they jettison God's law out the window. They're not interested in what he has to say. They don't believe he determines right or wrong. In fact, most of them today would say we, human beings, determine what is right and what's wrong. There is no ultimate judgment. There is no ultimate reward. Those people do not keep God's commands, and they're experiencing death, and they're experiencing turmoil. Death and turmoil. Let me give you 4 quick examples. Evolution is a culture of death. Evolution is a culture of death. Evolution teaches us that we progress by the strong annihilating the weak. The more fit outcompeting the less fit. It's a culture of death. But creation is a culture of life. That God, in his providence and wisdom, has created everything And yes, he's given certain animals abilities, and some of them exist better in the desert, and some of them exist better in the forest. He's given human beings certain abilities. And some people are taller, and some people are shorter, and some people are faster, and some people are slower. The goal is not to outcompete each other for scarce resources. The goal is to cooperate with each other to bring glory and honor to God. That's a culture of life. Abortion is a culture of death. By very definition, abortion is a culture of death. We see a problem with a developing baby, we'll just end its life, the baby's life. We don't want this baby because it's a bad time for us, we'll just end this baby's life. That's a culture of death. Children, by definition, children are a culture of life. Gays and lesbians are a culture of death. That is, they do not bring life into the world. But husbands and wives, one husband, one wife, husbands and wives are a culture of life. By God's grace, through husbands and wives together, we bring life into this world. Transgenderism is a culture of death. It ends people's ability to procreate. If you follow the transgender ideology to its logical conclusion, starting with its premises and then following those, it's a culture of death. If everyone in the world were to mutilate their bodies to make themselves into something they are not, we would not have another generation of people. It's a culture of death. But females functioning as females and males functioning as males, that's a culture of life. I just spent Tuesday afternoon, I just spent Tuesday afternoon at our state capitol here in Sacramento and sat in on several committee meetings as they debated some issues. And the struggle in our state and in our country right now is literally an existential struggle. Because you have those who are promoting these cultures of death, evolution, and abortion, and gays and lesbians and transgenderism. And it's the people who are promoting a culture of life, children, and marriage, one man, one woman, married to each other, and promoting females as women and males as men. It's those people who are being derided. Listen, the Bible tells us the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life. And I'm looking at the words, to depart from the snares of death. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. Those snares of death, they're laid all over in our culture. Don't step into it. Fear the Lord and experience the life. In fact, not just life. Jesus says, I have come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Experience that culture of life. That's what God has for you. Well, again, it's been a long week of Vacation Bible School, and if you've been participating, even if you've only been participating by bringing stuff, it's been a long week, and I know you're tired. But don't be too tired to join us for worship this Sunday. 9:45, we'll meet for Sunday school. 11 o'clock for morning worship. 5 o'clock for that VBS rally. You don't want to miss it.